Hi guys, day 4 of the Whole Life Challenge, and one of the things I really like about natural movement training is that there's always something that you can do if you should happen to have an injury or maybe some part of your body that's not as capable of working that day. So for example, I have done something to my knee, and so a lot of the stuff I would normally do as far as running, jumping, climbing, that kind of thing, is going to be a little tough for me to do today. So we're going to look a little bit at hanging. As you can see, I've created this sort of indoor tree set up in my house. But for any of the things that I'm showing you, you can do it on any kind of a pull-up bar or different types of ledges or anything that you can get a grip on. And if you can't get a full length of your body below it, then you can always place your feet up against the wall or whatever it is that you can do. And maybe on another video I'll show you some options for different interesting things you can turn into climbing apparatus wherever you are. But let's just look at a few basic things, especially for those people who aren't comfortable doing pull-ups at this point in time. Some of these may help you to get there. And the first thing is, let's look at our grips. So first you have an overhand grip, which is sort of this type of shape. Could be called a pronated grip, but my palms are face down and my fingers are over, and I could have my thumbs around the bar or not. In this case, it's a very thick one, which is kind of nice to hold, so my thumbs have to be next to my fingers. We have an underhanded grip like this, which is also called a supinated grip or supine grip. In this case, my palms are also face down, but my fingers are facing back towards me. Then I could have a split grip with one facing one way and the other facing the other. So it's interesting to play around with the different grips as you do your various exercises. I'm standing right on a chair right now because if I wasn't, I'd be out of the picture, so it wouldn't look very good for the video. But if you need a little extra help, you can do all these exercises with a foot or 2 feet on a chair or something to give you a little extra support. So the first thing we'll look at is just a passive hang. And so with my hands about shoulder width apart, what I'm going to do is just slowly sink my weight down into gravity and try to relax as much of my body as I can while just holding on to the tree. I'm going to try to take deep breaths here, relax my diaphragm, relax the ribs, and just sink. Okay, so you can start to build up your strength and your endurance with that. At first it might be just a few seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and eventually you can get up to 5 minutes or more hanging like that. It's wonderful for your grip strength. Does a lot of good as far as opening up the shoulder. If you have any impingement in your rotator cuff, it's a wonderful exercise to keep lots of space in your rotator. And also does great work stretching out the lats and the lower traps and stuff like that too. You do the same thing with a supine grip or supinated grip, like so. And of course my apparatus is going to start to fall apart right now, inconveniently. Let's see if we can fix it. Good. And then I can hang. Now this is a lot more challenging for my arms because of tightness in the forearms. So you can try this too and just see how that feels. Yeah. Now we go into an active hang. With the active hang, still using the grip strength, but now I'm going to use my lower back muscles to pull my shoulder blades down, which is going to cause a little bit of a lift in the chest and slowly start to bring top of the sternum towards the bar a little bit. But mostly I'm still relaxing everything, just lower back muscles, lower shoulder muscles, to bring some part of my body closer to the bar. So I'll start with a passive hang like this, and then as I continue to breathe, I'm going to just bring the shoulder blade down. You notice that my elbows are still nice and straight, got a good grip on the bar, and I'm going to try to hold this for a few moments, then relax back down to a passive hang, then back up to an active hang. So you can try doing the active hang, get a good feel for it. Once you have a good feel for that, you can go back and forth in intervals of 3 or 4 seconds and see if you can get up to about 10 of those in a row. So you can really feel the difference between the active and the passive hang. The next thing, and maybe the last thing for this video, is the negative of the pull-up. So if you're having a hard time pulling yourself all the way up to the bar, what you want to start to do is start at the top part of the bar and lower yourself as slowly as you can down. And maybe the first few times you'll drop like a sack of potatoes, and that's fine. But every time you do it, try to hold on just a little bit more and come down a little bit more slowly. Eventually you'll get to the point where you can reach still, and then you're not falling anymore, but you're not going up. And then usually shortly after that, people find that they can start to go up again. So what you do, and I'm a little bit limited in space here, so I won't get my chest to the bar, but I'll get as high up on the bar as I can. I'm going to try to bring my elbows in. I'm going into an active hang position, and then I'm going to hang and slowly try to lower myself down to the ground. See you guys tomorrow.